And we're live.
Here we are. It's at 6:30 on Tuesday. Aren't we doing well today?
This is incredible.
Last week I know we did the show early. We're at the Trades BBQ for the Elgin Home Builders,
Hmm.
and it went really well. What a great place for it to be, and what a great event. It was a lot of fun, but I didn't get numbers as to how well we did.
I think it's like 1.9 thousand last time I checked. So it's not didn't
Oh,
affect our
not a
viewership too
bad,
bad at all.
considering we again moved the time off just a little. So okay, I
Yep,
get it. That's good. I'll
totally.
take
And
it.
I picked up some wireless microphones that we can plug into our system that will give us better audio when we're out and
Oh,
about the
because it'll
next
be
time.
closer to us. We could like wearable wireless.
Yep.
Excellent, Grayden. We're just becoming top notch around here.
100%,
You know,
Every
it's
day it's getting
yeah.
better.
What was the rest of your week like? There was a lot of things this
Oh,
week, and as anybody can tell, if you're starting to get used to backgrounds, I'm not in St. Thomas tonight. I'm in Oliphant, and I was not at council last night. Councillor Herbert filled in for the mayor last night, and
and did a great job.
I can't remember. Is there that may be the second time in 8 years that I did not chair a meeting.
Hmm.
Right, so it's
Yep.
well,
Not bad for 8 years.
he did a good job. You
Did
were
a great
there.
job. I was there. Yep.
Well, there was two schools of thought, Grayden, that you would be there till 10 o'clock,
Hmm. He
because
wrapped it up fast.
well, or it would go faster because Councillor Herbert couldn't ask questions of himself when he's acting as the mayor. So I think it probably went that way. I was at a event last night over in London with Minister Flack and YOU out of London, the Youth Opportunities Unlimited out of London, speaking at a group sponsored by Shiftins and the Rotary Club, and it was really quite about how do you involve all of communities, what in things like housing and the social services that are needed to make your city a better place. So they asked me to come be a speaker, and I had a great time.
Amazing. And we have another event with the chamber coming up. It's Social Issues Are Business Issues on
Yes.
June the 16th, which will also be touching on many of those same topics as well within our own local community.
Well, absolutely, and St. Thomas is somewhat highlighted there. I get invited a lot to events like last night in other communities.
Hmm.
Talk a bit about how it would compare. Mayor Morgan and I were both there last night. I got to speak, so I told him what a great great friend he was. Ed Holder was there. We had lots of people in the room we knew, but yeah, I'm looking forward to the Chamber of Commerce and social issues or business issues through the chamber. We talk a lot about what social issues mean to our community, but there's a real business sense and how much better business can be if we
Hmm.
do a great job on social issues also. And I think we even have a prominent downtown business going to speak at that event too. Um,
Absolutely.
so we love to hear what they think, the pluses and minuses of things like our special constables and how that helps us be a better place. And I'm looking forward. I know the mayor has 10 minutes or something in the whole day, so I'm looking forward to spending almost all of the morning there and a good part of the afternoon. And then my understanding is because a lot of people coming from out of town, we've got a bit of a walking tour to go see the inn
Hmm.
and Balaclava and Tiny Hope
The
and some of
station, I
the other,
believe.
yeah, and the right. So
Hmm.
great. Looking forward to having people see some of the work that we've been doing.
No, it's very exciting. And then Elgin County is also having this event that day called Cultivating Success, which is about connecting
Yes,
economic development into Elgin County, which is great. So I'm going to be at the Social Issues Are Business Issues, and then popping over to that one right after that.
perfect.
So,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Well,
you're
this is the other thing that, and maybe you've noticed it too. We're doing so many really great things. Oftentimes we're double barked. Right. Oftentimes it's
triple, quadruple.
right. Or I've got to run from one to another.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, they're not really overlapping each other, but you're really rushing from what you think is a great event onto another great event. So happy to have it. Let's do a few of the upcoming events in our community real quick. Jeff Leeson's comedy show, June 12th at the Queso Station. Contact Ashley for tickets. That would be the best. Retro Pop Video Dance Party, June 13th, 8 p.m. to midnight at St. Anne Center. Tickets are available. Hey, the Jeff Leeson comedy show that I started off with, that's June 12th at
Hmm.
8 p.m. at the Queso Station. So contact Ashley for tickets there. Culture Fest at the Public Library, June 19th, 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Games, snacks, and more, free admission. So sounds like a great place to come see some of the other cultures in our community at the library. Music in the Park concert series starting Sundays. So Sunday at 6 p.m. at Pinafore Park. See the list of entertainers. Go to the city website and it has who's there what Sunday night. You can pick and choose. But I went through the list and saying, if I'm home, I can see each of those. There's no bad buddy on that list, right? Of course, other great events happening still. Rosie Rhubarb is this weekend.
Wow, that's fast, eh?
Oh, gee, you're into summer already when Rosie Rhubarb is, and it's not, I know, till June 21st. It's not really summer, but
Right?
summer
But it
type event.
feels
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah, so June 12th to 14th at the Shed Keystone Complex. Of course, great food, vendors, garage sales, musics, and more. Go to the website for Rosie Rhubarb. This has been an ongoing success story in Southwold Township in Shedden, so please go take a look. Another great one, which is a great fundraiser too, is the Lemonade Day is June 13th. That's this coming, is that Friday or Saturday? Must be Saturday. Yes, it is Saturday. Elgin Children's Foundation, Doug Terry, Wendy's helps a lot with the lemonade on this, and I know that the city is running a lemonade stand at the Horton Market on Saturday. So get on out there and enjoy some lemonade there too. It's a Chamber of Commerce block party is June 19th. I've got something else during the day on June 19th too. It's a mayor's challenge at a golf tournament for Youth for Christ that happens in the morning. And Rick from Caps Off always helps me because he's a far better golfer than me. And then I guess we're running from there over to the block party at Westlake Evans Park. So pretty full day. I'm glad I'm home next weekend.
Totally. It's also
for those of you, yeah, it is my birthday this weekend. So Stephanie's kind of demanded that I be here and do all these other events next weekend. So,
it's also the Shed and Tractor and Truck pull, or the Truck and Tractor pull on the 19th, I believe, as well.
Okay, the Sheddon.
Yep,
and what about and I know that we've talked about the Truck and Tractor pull at the Elmer Fair too, and that
26th and 27th of June coming up fast as well.
Yeah, and I got to be there. Scams and frauds prevention presentation, June 19th also at the VON office. Registration's required so they know who's coming. A talent show at Caps Off on the 20th. So we've got the block party on the 19th, and then on the 20th, a talent show, all in the same area. Love it. Great. Talking to Fran this week about some sort of line dancing thing that they're trying to do, but they need to use like the paved parking lot. So we're trying to work it out and see what we can get there.
Very cool.
What we can get done. So anyway, the talent show is the 20th at Caps Off. It's fundraising in support of the Railway City Music and Arts Festival. So a bit of helping out another not-for-profit group raise funds so that they can put on a better event. And look what's coming. Pollinator Week, June 20th at the Horton Farmers Market. You should be there.
It's going to be a great event. They always put together fantastic activities and informational sessions.
And there's a goose chase part to this event too, I think. So if you've never participated in one of the goose chases, it is kind of want to say scavenger hunt. Would that be a best description?
100% a digital scavenger hunt. And Railway Cities Tourism and the EDC staff just put together the best scavenger hunts you can do. They're so fun. My family participated in a whole bunch of them. And
I have found everybody who has participated in a goose chase has found it to be just great. And they get to go. I mean, you're looking for things in places where you might not normally go. So it's a really neat thing to find. The Power of Pollinators talk is June 24th, 10 to 12:30 at the library. And free admission, but registration is suggested. So again, they know how many people are showing up. St. Thomas has been a bee city now for a number of years, and a pollinator city that
Mhm.
way, where we're trying to naturalize some of our park spaces and make it so that pollinators have a greater chance at life, and therefore then are better pollinators and outdoing some of the natural species of grasses and trees and such that we have. So um, that one is the 24th, 10 a.m. to 12:30 at the St. Thomas Public Library.
Mhm. And then we've got the Nostalgia Nights. So we'll wrap this one up. Nostalgia
Yep.
Nights is July 11th, and that's going to be a massive bash in downtown St. Thomas from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. So,
That week is busy because on the 8th of July is the seniors picnic in the park,
yeah.
which is an all-day fun event, much like Nostalgia. Do you remember when we used to, okay, the Nostalgia night starts at about 4 or 5.
Mhm.
Well, cars start showing up now at noon, and
Yeah.
we never know when we have to close the street in order for people to be able to get on the street, right?
Mhm.
But then the best way to see Nostalgia Nights is walking Talbot Street after it's closed. So it's
Yeah.
become far more of an all day event, hasn't it?
Mhm.
I plan on spending the whole day there too. I love working my information booth, and we'll see what else I can get out and do this year. It'll be
It's
fun.
it's gonna be a blast. We've got some questions that have come in here.
Great.
So we got a question from Doug, I believe for the mayor is what would you rather see happen to the ECRM Elgin County Railway Museum repairs? And do you want to keep the original building or build a brand new museum building?
Well, without knowing what the costs of each of those two are, I really can't share. I've been waiting for the group together. I understand there's a meeting happening on the 10th. That's tomorrow,
Mhm.
um, and maybe some more information will be shared. But if the cost of repairing and safely occupying the old building is beyond the fundraising capability of that not for profit group, then perhaps looking at other alternatives. But until I really don't want to give an opinion until I hear the facts on both sides. I think that's the best. And I think many of the people who are members of the railway group, the members of the Railway Museum, are waiting for the same types of detail in the answer. Grayden, your thoughts?
My thoughts are exactly the same. Like, let's wait to get all the information and then decide which way to go. It's not. I don't really have any personal feelings either way, aside from the fact I'd love to keep the old building if it's possible, but
Right.
it really depend. It will be determined by what the best, most practical route is for the city of St. Thomas and
Well,
the group that owns it.
and the safety of that building. I mean, we obviously can't occupy it at the moment because of some safety structural pieces, and
Mhm.
if it's also a very long time before that type of repair can be done, and there's a better way of doing something else,
Mhm.
let's lay them all out and see who can help um, do it. Many people have asked, well, what's the city doing to help? Well, the city can't do anything to help till it's asked, first of
Mhm.
all, that here's the results. Here's what has to happen to the building, and it will cost this much. I have fairly good advocacy abilities with the other levels of government, but as you know, right now there's a couple of pretty big asks out there for whether it's
Mhm.
a recreational center in St. Thomas or rebuilding of the museum or future fundraising for things like hospitals. So
Mhm.
let's get them all out on the table and see how many of these things we can work together for.
Totally. And last night at council, Councillor Taylor mentioned as well. He was thinking about maybe kind of looking at the idea of like a heritage park just to store the railway cars in for now, so that we can still have access to them.
Well, that's great, but it requires a railway line
Hmm.
along the park. Right?
Yeah.
So we've built a new rail park out in Yarmouth Yards, and we know where some of the old railway lines are. But I'm anxious to see. I love the ideas, and
Yep.
it sparks groups working together, and
Hmm.
that's what I'm seeing some of with some of the candidates wishing to run in the next election.
Hmm.
They're at least suggesting things. Some of the things they're suggesting we're already well on the way to doing, and other things are just really neat, brand new light bulb type ideas. And so,
Yeah.
yeah, let's do it. I mean,
The more ideas, the better. Throw them
yep,
around because you never know. I found this too. Like you throw the ideas around, and then someone you didn't even know was listening comes forward with a solution.
yeah. Or they say, I've seen that done. It's not exactly what
Hmm.
you're talking about, but I've seen that done
Yeah.
in whatever. place I used to live or have seen, and let's
Yeah.
do it. Right.
Yeah.
So, yep. The more information scores better results. So,
Mhm.
yep.
Another question from Doug. His feeling
Yep.
is that the remediation lands or contaminated lands is more talked about when it's other properties as opposed to the ones at the railway lands. Now, I don't know that I necessarily agree with that. That's his opinion.
I don't know what you
Um,
mean.
but
What
I
lands are we
feel like
talking about?
I'm assuming he's talking about maybe the Drulo lands that we talked about
Okay, well, that
previously.
was railway heritage land also, left
Mhm,
in absolutely contaminated shape by a railway, the same as the other railway lands we're dealing with. And when
mhm,
private developers come along and do it without government money, we're pretty pleased, or with a small amount of incentive from
mhm.
cities or the rest. Hey, look, we'll work with anybody on how it's working, but um, the railway museum has never belonged to the city of St. Thomas, and um, and I certainly remember in my past as a member of parliament delivering funds to the ECRM
Mhm.
for repairs, for opening gift shops, for doing a number of things. But we can't deliver from other levels of government if there isn't a specific ask with a price attached. So we'd be
Right.
happy to help all we can. Right?
So I was just going through the historical documents from the Downtown Development Board, and there were
Yes.
some pictures in there of the queso station before it was fixed up, and oh my goodness.
Well,
I have to do a post about that.
I was part of that group when we first obtained cases a lot before my time in politics on a group called On Track, I think.
Yeah.
And and yeah, it was fairly scary. It was I thought sometimes they were sending Joe out to see what floor would cave into the bottom. Um, it was not in great shape, and the ceilings had all been lowered. But a great group of people decided it could be saved and it could become the type of historic office building it is, and we're happy to help. Right?
Oh, it's
Yeah.
incredible, and there's events happening there almost every day now
Yep.
with people that love being in there, love seeing the history. It's
Yep.
fantastic. So it's a positive success story of working with those lands to find a positive
Yep.
solution. So
Absolutely.
hopefully, our community can find a way to do the same with the ECRM building. Kyle Yates for St. Thomas City Council. So this is a fellow that's also put his name forward to run for
Yeah.
council.
Kyle
Has
and
a
I are
comment
meeting
in there.
next week. Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
And he's got some comments. If you want to take a look at the comments, you can read through on
Okay.
his opinions on it
Yeah.
in terms of the resizing potential. Janet Walker Robinson is saying, question for Joe. The west end of Talbot Street is so dirty. Can the city please clean it up? It
Well,
is in vacant
we have summer
buildings.
students out right now. Grayden, did we start them in the West End?
No, the summer students don't go out till the end of June for the DDB.
Okay, so we're still a couple of weeks from the end of June, and
Yep.
also you and I both know we've also been speaking with our works department at the city
Yep.
as to how to do it. But look, I'll mention the same thing I mention each and every time. Businesses are responsible for cleaning up around their businesses too. So if you're getting litter, talk to the business owner too and say, "Hey, shouldn't be helping with this?" And I get it. There are certainly still a couple of empty lots down there that need some sparkling up, and we're working well on vacant lots and moving forward on some of those neat
Yep.
suggestions right now too. So hey, I get it, and I know. I mean, I visited Golden K not that long ago, and they'd been out doing the trail system and a bit of the downtown along Center Ave or Center Street. So uh, if you got a group that wants to do a bit of a cleanup. I know that the merchants in that area would love it if you wanted to help too. Um, Great, let's do it. I'm not against cleaning it up. I'm suggesting there's 4 or 5 ways we can really
Mhm.
do it. And as the summer students come on board, we'll start to see a little bit more sparkle in that area of downtown. But I pretty much go end to end downtown every day, mostly driving, but I go end to end, and we have a seriously lack of litter most days in our
Mhm.
downtown with people cleaning up the front of their stores.
Yeah, and I know with the merchants in the past, some of them have gotten together and they've hired a power washer or a washing group to clean multiple facades all at
Yeah,
once.
if one's coming in to have their facade
Yeah.
cleaned up, then four other merchants say, "How about a reduced rate for all fours if you just go from one to the other to the other?"
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure has happened. Yeah.
We can obviously mention it to the owners, but we can't come along and wash their building for them just because there's, I think
Well,
there's some issue for some.
there's a number of other businesses in town that would be happy if the city started paying for some of this. Some other business owners, of which I'm one,
Yeah,
has certainly staff cleaning up litter every morning and having
yeah,
professional window cleaners coming and doing our businesses. And the same thing needs to occur in businesses that are in any commercial setting, including the downtown.
yeah, and I think we've thought there's the liability issue side, like, so if the city hired a bunch of power washers, they hose down people's buildings, they'd be liable if there are any issues with the.
Well, I see it being a great thing, but I'm with you. I
Yeah,
do see that there could be an opportunity for um, some issues. Yes.
yeah. Oh, all right. And council, last night, they also had a really lively discussion around the new roundabout proposal, at South Edgeware and
And
Burwell.
Burwell, right. It's again one of those not quite square intersections. And certainly if it's a busy road both ways, a very square intersection makes it a lot easier to do. So yeah, I saw that it was on the agenda, read through it, gave some of my thoughts to some of the other councillors, and I'm I'm a firm believer in the safety of roundabouts, that
Mhm,
we have far less um, dangerous accidents on intersections that truly are protected by a roundabout. But
mhm.
um, we still have a great deal of instruction. Is that a way to put it?
Yeah, driver
Yeah.
what is it? Driver's education.
Right.
But they were.
Take a look to your left. If you
Yeah.
see a car in the intersection, you don't pull out in front of them.
When you mentioned
If
that
the
helped me with roundabouts because you were
Yeah,
said, "I'll just look to your left." That's all you have to do is look to your
no,
left.
if and I get, you put artwork in the middle of the roundabout. Now I can't see the cars on the other side. There is no
Mhm.
reason for you to see a car on the other side. You
Right.
are to look to your left. Is there a car already in the intersection? Wait and go in behind him, and then signal your intent to leave the roundabout.
Yeah.
Those are the two simplest pieces we can ask. But the fact that we're having to repeat this is somewhat ridiculous, but it maybe tells us why we should do roundabouts for the safety of people who don't understand how to negotiate an intersection. But
Hey, the more
uh,
we have, the safer they're gonna be because people are gonna know how to
you would think
navigate
that
them,
they would
right?
get better at it. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, and they brought up some questions around the safety of them in terms of the fire department, and
Yeah.
Chief Gregory was on to answer those questions, and
Yeah.
basically, with a roundabout, it's designed to slow down traffic, so,
Yes.
yes, the response time is minimally slower to get through that roundabout, but ultimately safer because there are less accidents with the fire trucks at those intersections as a result
Well,
of the
and of
roundabout.
course, and we have professional drivers in the fire trucks,
Mhm.
right? But if it's making other trucks slow down too, it's allowing cars and trucks to negotiate more safely at a slower speed. So yeah, I'll give up to 14 seconds a roundabout may add to a fire truck rushing to a fire, and I just made that number up. I'm sure it's
Mhm.
less than that.
Yeah, I feel like it would be less.
Right. It's just right.
Yeah.
If you've got a the other traffic rules don't go away. If you've got a
Mm.
great big red or yellow truck with flashing lights on it in the roundabout, don't
Yep.
enter.
Yeah.
Please
Yeah.
give them the right of way. Every time you see them, give them the right of way. Pull over, let them get where they're heading,
Mhm.
and then you can go wherever you need to go.
And what's really exciting about that too, Joe, is the fact they're talking about multi-use paths coming in there as well, potentially.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
then those will connect all the way into Yarmouth Yards. So say you're
That's
going to
the
Yarmouth
intent.
Yards to work,
Yeah.
you can easily
Yeah.
get there. Or if you just want to enjoy the trails that we announced that are walkable out there or like
Yeah.
walk in the woods.
Well, and sometimes we like the group that PowerCo and our Parks Department did for that new trail out in
Yeah.
the industrial area, um, and we do them. We say, "What a great job! That's a lot of fun. I'm glad we did that. It's more active transportation." And it's a
Mm.
couple of years later before we actually connect them into the full trail system by connecting them. And then it's amazing how far you can go in our community on a trail system right now, from the new animal shelter at one end and following trails all the way over to Whistle
Yeah.
Stop Trail and then all the way south or all the way up to the north end. It is incredible how much you can do and never have to ride on a street except to cross a street at a pedestrian crosswalk. You and I did get to go see the new layout of the animal shelter this week.
It's incredible, eh?
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Wow.
yeah, and of course we talked a lot. This council's we about 5 or 6 years ago really knew we had to do a new animal shelter, but when we put it out for RFP, it always came in more expensive than we thought it would be, and then we had to wait another year and
I
take
remember
some of
that
that
keeping
money. And
yeah.
I'm glad we didn't cheapen it in order to get it done.
Mhm.
This is the Cadillac of facilities for both the staff that
Cadillac?
work. The Cadillac, yeah, very good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I, um, it was for the staff that have to work there and for the pups, cats, and other animals that end up in animal control. Um, it it is just the best there is. It's really good looking.
The best for them, it's the best for our animal control officers. They have areas now where they never have to directly interact with the animal if it's not ready to have human interaction.
Yep.
Separate door, separate ways to let them inside and outside so they can
A
still
lot more
play.
calming, a lot more
Yeah.
calming, and a lot more outside. Because of
Mhm.
course, where the old animal shelter is, it's in the works yard, and it isn't really conducive for
Right by the Highway 3
Absolutely.
connection, yeah.
So you're right. This is going to be so much better. Can't wait to continue to fill it with equipment and then with cats and dogs and other animals that can be well protected by our great staff.
Mhm. That was one of the amazing things that happened that we got to go see, and it's gonna be great for our community, like you're saying there, and it's right by the Doug Terry complex for anyone that doesn't
Yeah.
know as well.
Well, and I think that's also a neat place to put it. Obviously, we're not trying to put it in the works yard. That was a terrible idea 100 years ago when we did it, whoever did it, right? Um, but to put it in
Uh,
a recreational complex and yeah, there's some cheering at ball diamonds and soccer fields and stuff, but it's really quite it gives families also an opportunity to head over to see the pets at the animal shelter too when they're using the recreational center. So love the thought of where it's located.
mhm. I wanna mention too the Downtown Development Board group page that we've started as well,
Yes.
for everybody to join up. If you're a downtown business or you're a person who likes to visit our downtown, wants to know what's happening, go on the St. Thomas Downtown Development Board Facebook page, go to the group and join up, and then you'll get all the info. We've just kicked it off. It's just started. We have about
Right.
140 participants right now, and we're just going to grow that. And I saw you shared out a page there, Mayor,
Well, no, well, and that's
today,
the
and thank
intent. If
you.
you go join the page, then share what you've joined so that other people also see the opportunity to join, but
Mhm.
also get to see some of the new businesses or some of business they may not know is there.
Yeah.
You and I do this share back and forth, and we're not the only two that does it. There's a lot out there, but when you're trying to move the algorithm of a certain business for an enterprise, an entrepreneurial person in our community, it takes a little work to make sure we share it with everyone. And sometimes I even look and go, okay, I'm probably not going there this week, but so maybe the best thing I can do is share their Facebook post or their Twitter post or X post, and so that we do let other people know what they have and who's new to town.
Mhm. It's the best. And speaking of celebrating things, the Elgin Business Resource Center is celebrating their 40th anniversary at the AGM,
It's a big anniversary,
or
and
is it the
it's what
50th?
next a week Tuesday, right? Am
Yep.
I?
It's
Yeah.
on
And
the 23rd of
yes.
June.
Well, and there was certainly a time when I was very heavily involved with that group too, while I was, chair of the chamber and some other things. I'm going to go for their special anniversary because this may be the last time I get to spend an annual general meeting there as the mayor. So I'm looking forward to. I'm doing this
Is this
last
like a
time at
farewell
whatever
tour?
event. A farewell tour. Yeah, I don't sing very well, so I'm trying not to call it that. But
Yeah. But yeah, you can register that. If you register before June 16th with
right.
Felicia from the Elgin Business Resource Center, you can
That,
go over and celebrate with them. And if you've
if
got a
if
connection, mhm,
one more really important thing. There's now starting to be a few more names entering into the municipal politics race, whether it's
mhm,
St. Thomas or communities around us, but certainly those in St. Thomas. I want to meet I don't hope you want to meet with me. I hope you do meet with the mayor in his last term of council to share things about where we are in our strategic plan and where we are in from a budgeting point of view, and answer some of the questions that are possible and not possible from a term at council. I know Kyle Yates and I are meeting next week. I've already met with a number of others over time. But
Mhm.
I'm not telling you you have to, but if it's something you'd like to do, I kind
Highly
of can share
recommend.
some information with where our city is and what's possible. So please, I'm happy to do it. And I know our council, the 8 councilors that are currently there, would love to hear from you too. This is a team sport. If you're
Mhm.
thinking of joining city council as either the mayor or as a member of council, you will not be alone. You do not do it alone. You do it as part of a team. It takes a certain number of votes to get just about anything done in our community, and so it takes a whole group working on a good, strong plan to get there. So please reach out there. There is no one on our council that won't say, "Yeah, I'll give you some of my time, so I can tell you what it's been like to be on council."
Yeah.
So
It's
let's do
incredible.
it, and really other communities around us too. I mean, even if you're running in somewhere else and you want to just hear what my thoughts have been over 20 some years of public service, I'm happy to share them with you too. So
Mhm.
let's do it.
I think that's fantastic, and you'd be an amazing resource for anybody who wants to take advantage of it. Especially like you're saying, if you're even outside of St. Thomas, like say you want to get an outside perspective on it or a way to work
Yeah.
with other people,
Well,
absolutely
and
fantastic.
that's it. The cooperation between different municipalities. We're really starting to see this from a regional point of view now. Mayor Morgan and I were at an event together last night and talked about that.
Mhm.
That it's been quite a bit easier to get regional results by working together rather than individually. So,
Absolutely.
yeah,
Um, and we've got Paul from the chamber. He's off singing our praises right now in Belgium
I did see that.
with the Canadian Chamber of Commerce. So he was just talking about the number of like the percentage of investment that came into St. Thomas and our region in particular over the past little bit because we're all
Well,
working together.
Well, more than 10% of all the foreign investment in Ontario has come to one city called St. Thomas. Um, when there's 440 municipalities in the province of Ontario, that one of them has garnered in more than 10% of the total of the billions that have come. That's something to be proud of. But we're happy to let others share in that same success. Here's how we did it. Here's what might now be needed by some of the big businesses coming to St. Thomas or the growth in St. Thomas succeeding.
Mhm.
Yeah, let's work together.
Oh, it's amazing. I just want to follow up as well on Janet's comments about the downtown cleanup. Like Janet, we're working on it at multiple levels, and it's just going to take some time to put some more practices in place to get further cleanup going on. In particular, at our last Downtown Development Board meeting, we were talking about extending the summer students 1 month on either side or getting them started sooner, as well as the mayor mentioned talking with Works Department on how we can team up to get a little more cleaning going up. So it's happening, but it does take
Well,
time.
and some of it also still is garbage day messing up. All right.
Mm.
We have 2 garbage days in the downtown every week, and we really want certainly the residents that are living to put their garbage out at a certain time on garbage day, and so that it's not out for 72 hours, so that it can be kicked and opened and dogs and other things. So it creates a lot more litter. We're going to continue to harp on it, but we think it's the right thing to do.
And we're absolutely working on it. All right, Mayor, thank you so much for your time
Thank
again
you.
today. Appreciate it.
Great to be talking. We'll see you next Tuesday, everybody. 6:30 next Tuesday night.
See y'all then. Cheers.
All right. Cheers.